guys, welcome back to my channel. So it has been a hot minute since I have done a YouTube video. So I've started a lot has happened. I already started my year as a teacher, pretty much been downhill ever since. Literally everything that could have gone wrong my first year of teaching has gone wrong. We're literally in the middle of a pandemic. I started as a 5th grade teacher and then moved into 3rd grade like half year. So it's been crazy. It's been a heck of a ride. But I did want to talk about, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I do want to talk about the Surface Pro, or I don't even know. Okay, the name will be linked. Will be shown here. So basically, this is what it looks like. It goes like this. It has the pen. Obviously, anything like this is sold separately, including the actual keyboard itself. It's all sold separately. I honestly don't know why Windows talks so much smack about Mac and you have to buy all the accessories separate and it's so expensive. Y'all do the same thing, whatever. Anyway, so it basically has this so that you can like set it up and you can type on it. Now, the reason I went into this, I've been a Mac user since 2012 when I purchased my very first MacBook Air. And I went from the MacBook Air to the MacBook Pro, and then I shifted to this. The reason being that my MacBook Pro actually broke, like my screen broke. So I was told it was going to be about $1,000 to get it fixed. And to be honest, it was just a little too much on my budget. And I just figured if I'm going to pay $1,000 to get it fixed, I might as well just get a new one. So that was my mentality. And that's why I decided to just go in and buy something different. So then I was really intrigued for this when I was in high school, when I first when I was in my freshman year in college, I went in and I bought the MacBook Air. Now, when I was going into computers, I did have like the very first version of this had come out. I had seen a lot of people with it and I thought it was really cool because it was very portable, very thin, and it still is. The other one was obviously way more thicker than this, but it was still like pretty thin, pretty portable, and I really had liked that. So I had seen a lot of this stuff. I had really considered it, but because of the fact that it was a Windows, I backed out on that, and I really wanted to try the Mac. So basically I had already been using an iPhone for, I want to say maybe a couple months to a year, something like that. I didn't have too long with it. My first iPhone was the iPhone 5, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the whole system of it. And when I was shopping for a MacBook in 2012, it was that year, but it was toward the mid-semester. I was like, you know what? I really wanted to get something that I was going to like and that was going to be durable and was going to last, and I wasn't going to have to worry too much about getting the antivirus and all that stuff because it is very expensive. And I was going to opt out of getting the Norton antivirus for as long as I possibly could. So at the time, I did not know that our school actually provided that system, that whatever software, for us for free. There's a lot of things I didn't know. I later figured out. So I did buy the MacBook Air, and I made the same mistake that I'm pretty sure everybody makes, and that is the MacBook Air is lighter. As I said, I was really intrigued by something like this because of how light it was, and I settled for the MacBook Air. Now, I really wanted the MacBook Pro at the time, but because it was a little heavier and I was going to be lugging it around pretty much everywhere, I decided that I would get the MacBook Air. Now, once I had it for about 2 years, I was like, you know what? I really want the MacBook Pro, so I'm just gonna go for it. So I purchased that one, and I've been in love with it ever since. I never had a problem with it. I absolutely love it. 100%. It's so compatible with everything, and now I do have pretty much all iPhone products. Apple products. God, whatever. I do have a lot of those. We do have an iPad. I do have an Apple Watch. I have AirPods. I have Apple TV, and I have an iPhone, and I also have the Mac. So I use it a lot, and it's so easy to just transfer things over and go from one to another, and like AirPlay, and everything is just so compatible, and I absolutely love that. And everybody says, oh, Windows, you can do so much with Windows. To be honest, I didn't find it as useful as I thought. I originally purchased this because it was going to be so much more compatible with like Windows, and I wanted to use it because in my classroom we did have a smart board. Now I really wanted to use it because of all the stuff that I can do with it, and it was helpful. I could do a couple things, but I did notice that it was very laggy. Now I had a colleague of mine who used the same thing from the iPad to the smartboard, and they had no problems. But it was an iPad, and that's the thing. I really did not want to use my iPad because you would have to get an iPad Pro for me to do everything that I wanted to do with it and like use it on the smartboard. So in a sense, it was better for what I was using it for. It was better to use on the Surface Pro. The Surface Pro. Oh yeah, that's what it's called, Surface Pro. It was better to use on the smartboard. Like this itself was better because of what I was using it for. As I was a teacher, so I used a lot of our websites and everything that the kids use, like online stuff. I used it a lot to stream it straight on there, and then I could just literally, like, I was reading. So I used it more when I was a 5th grade teacher because I did do like the reading. I was in charge of the reading department, not the reading department, but I was in charge of the reading for entire 5th grade. So basically it was a lot more easy for me to use this. I basically walked around the classroom and I had this in my hand and I was reading, sliding it forward and up, and the kids were following along on the smartboard. And I could highlight, I could underline because of pencil. So I did a lot of stuff on here. And again, you can just snip, save all of that information, and then you can just pick up on the next day. So it was quite awesome. And the fact that I didn't have to have so many books, because by having this, I could just set up, do it again, brand new, and just save the files for each of my class periods. So I had 4 class periods, and I had each of these, like I had one for each one, so it would leave off in a different area depending where I was in the classroom. So I was able to customize and do all of that cool stuff on here. So I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was good. It was really helpful. I absolutely loved it, and you can do so much with it, and I cannot lie to you, you can do a lot. And I haven't even begun to like really get into detail with the things I can do with this, because like I said, the pen, oh my god, you can do so much stuff. And I absolutely love that I can literally put my hand straight down onto the screen and write, and nothing goes bad. It's amazing. And I do know the iPad Pro has been updated and everything, and it has all of these capabilities as well, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely still glad I went for this over the iPad Pro. It's just, to me, a MacBook is way more efficient, and it is touchscreen, and I don't know, like, I don't know, it's just, I like having both, like just the idea of an entirely computer, like just that's non-touchscreen, not nothing, and then this that is more like I can touch, I can write, I can do a lot of stuff. I absolutely love it. Definitely still gonna use this on an everyday basis for certain things, but for hardcore, what I mean, like working nonstop and stuff like that, I need my MacBook. I absolutely miss it. And because of the fact that we've been using Google Classroom a lot, I miss my Mac. I missed it like so much. So up to the review part. this thing is currently dead. It died on me. Like right when I was gonna do this, it literally died on me. So either way, my MacBook Pro and this one are the exact same size. They're both 13-inch screens. The keyboard size is literally the same size. It feels exactly the same. Touch keypad, this keypad is exactly the same like the Mac. So it's completely amazing. I love it. This trackpad is very similar to the Mac. I absolutely love it. And the system is good. It's just, I'm just not a Windows user. I'm sorry. I will never be back into Windows and Androids. I mean, the only reason I really use it is because sometimes there's just things that are not compatible with Mac that we do need for our school. So that's fine. I mean, that's fine. But still, like I said, I absolutely do completely 100% recommend it. It is amazing. I do love this pen. Is like so good. And I don't know about you guys, but I have this thing where my aesthetics is just 100% pleased by this. I mean, look at this. This is black on black on black. The pen is black, the actual thing is black, and the keyboard is black. And they also have the little mouse, the curved mouse, that's also black. So this to me is way, way prettier. This is a matte black, by the way. Like, I don't know if you can see all that, like the glare and stuff, but it is matte black. It's a little scratched up and everything because, well, my kids think that it's a joke and they just grab my stuff without my permission. But I do love it. Now it does have a lot of cool stuff. I mean, it does have you can put your headphones on the headphone jack. It does have a headphone jack. It has a what is this, the USB port, and it has what is this, the lightning connector or whatever that is, and it has a SD card slot. So the only downside from this is that it does not have an HDMI port, but I found something, it's a little bit of a hack. So there's this thing called the Surface Kit that I purchased from Amazon. It looks like this. This is the connector that it has on the side, and then this is a USB port. So basically, you see that right there. That just goes inserted like this, like right next to it. And then once you insert it, you have now 2 USBs. This is the, what is that, like the new connector that the iPad Pro has and like the new iPhone has. And I mean, not the new iPhone, the new Android, the Note. I know the Note has it. It's the same connector that my husband has. And this is the HDMI. So you have all of those really awesome adapters right there. This is a really cool adapter that has all these ports. So it goes from literally just these two to having all of these. So I do really like this. I do have it inside my little bag because this is very, very helpful when you do need an HDMI. So that's awesome. I do like that. But like I said, you can get adapters for pretty much everything else too. So the reason I really like this also is, and the reason I went over this than the iPad, was because at the time, this has a USB port. Now, that is really important. You don't realize how important it is until you don't have it. Like, I am dead serious. You don't realize how important it is. And honestly, I do love this. It is so good. The screen is amazing. The system itself, it's pretty awesome. Basically, this thing, every time I would move this thing off, it would automatically tell me if I wanted to transfer it to tablet mode, and then it changes the whole system for you and makes it into a tablet. It was so great, to be honest, so awesome, and I never had a single problem with it. It was really, really, really good. Anyway, I just realized that I did.
It's stretching it really well.
Okay, you had to interrupt.
Stretching it really well. It's hitting it. It's hitting the stuff.
Anyway, I just realized I forgot to end the video, so this is pretty much the end of the video, and I'll see you guys. I can't take you seriously. Doing yoga out of nowhere. You want to say hi to the vlog? Anyway, that's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Bye.